get along game. Go along, 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 get along game. Mama's cooking. Go along, get along game. Mama's cooking. Go along, get along game. Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Go along, stay with me, class. Get along. Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Stay with me, class. Go along, get along. 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 Mama's cooking. Go along, get along. Mama's cooking. All the gatekeepers say. Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Go along. Stay with me, class. Get along. Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Go along, get along, game is real.
Go along, get along game. Say,
Go along, get along, game is real.
There's no go along, get along game.
Go along, get along, game. Say,
Go along, get along game is real.
Go along, get along, game. Go along, get along, game.
Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Stay with me, class. Go along, get along game. Go along, get along game.
Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Go along, stay with me, class. Get along. Go along, get along. Go along, get along. Mama's cooking. My mama's cooking. Why? Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Why? Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. There's a new sheriff in town, bitches. Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Get a little taste of mama's cooking. 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 Fuck you, talking about, nigga. My mama's cooking. My mama's cooking. My mama's cooking. Bitch, you can't do it. I'm gonna get a beat to that. Bitch, you can't do it. Bitch, you can't do it. Bitch, you can't do it. I'm gonna slow it down for the Texas nigga. Bitch, you can't do it. Bitch, you can't do it. Bitch, you can't do it. Fuck you, talking about, nigga. Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Why? Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Get a little taste of mama's cooking. Yeah, man. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? I'm back. Giving y'all what I got, man. I'm back. Smoking a little swagger dad. Moving around for a second. And then I'm back inside. Let me go ahead and give y'all what I got real quick. I was watching Judge Joe Brown and the young lady that he does the YouTube with, Mrs. The Real Donna. The Real Donna, she has Judge Joe Brown on, and they're talking about Jasmine Crockett. But Weenie Dog Smith apologized for what he said. You know, he's this big, strong man. If y'all notice a through line with these rich black men, they always seem to have to apologize. You know, when I grew up, they had a song called Money, Power, Respect, What You Need in Life. Money, Power, Respect, What You Need in Life. But it seemed like these people, money, never get them power or respect unless it comes through their white bosses. Unless it comes to their white bosses. And pop quiz. I text Gil today, look, man, I got a $12 million deal. You want to be involved? I don't know what he takes back. Let me see. If we do business, I ain't going to tell y'all. Because that's business. But I'll definitely tell y'all if he say no.
He said everyone getting sued, send that info. So he's not talking about the $12 million deal. He want to sue everybody. He want to spend some money. So Gilbert is suing everybody. Because I had to inform him that, look, you can't just sue one person. If you're alleging that people are defaming your name, there's news stations saying this stuff. There's people putting your name and stuff left and right. I never said he did anything, but at the end of the day, for the people who he's alleging that they did, they'll talk to him about it. But I want to get into this. Stephen A. Smith, Weenie Dog Smith, apologized, and I'm going to give my reasons why I think he did.
Jasmine Crockett. So I'm going to play less than a minute of his 10-minute apology.
As it pertained to me and Jasmine Crockett over the last few days, trying to overcome this stuff. But nevertheless, it is what it is. I'm here right now. I wanted to take a moment because I saw something disturbing in regards to President Donald Trump and how he came at Representative Jasmine Crockett. And I wanted to take this opportunity to attack this issue as it pertained to me and Jasmine Crockett, because I personally have had an issue with how things have been misconstrued and misinterpreted. But at the end of the day, I have to own it. And that's what I'm going to do today. And so when somebody says to me, Stephen, rather than point to her and her verbiage and her language and how she talked about the president, what about how he talks? I have no problem with that. I can understand that. And if that is the reason that everybody is in an uproar, that is fine. And I have no problem apologizing to my sister, because damn it, I want her to know I don't feel that way about her. Just like I didn't feel that way about Kamala Harris. Just like I don't feel that way about the marvelous, the wonderful, the incomparable, the greatest first lady ever, and Michelle Obama, in my estimation, or anybody else. But what we're going to do on this show is understand who the hell I am and how it's going to be as long as I'm doing this show. I have no problem apologizing. If I'm wrong, I have no problem apologizing.
And this is what I mean right here. He cannot object. Having the job that he has to say everything that he's saying. He has to apologize, not because he's sorry. He has to apologize because you are too much of a public figure. See, they don't care about me saying it. I'm shadow banned. They're not going to allow me to go mainstream. So it's okay. That's why they'll allow Gilbert to say any threat or whatever, because, I'm on the wrong side of the Democratic Party. So, that's beef. But Stephen A. is a weenie dog, because my thing is, if you had a problem with, I can say right now that some of the stuff that Trump say is wrong and out of pocket and out of bounds. So you don't just let one person's behavior slide just because another person did something. That's the weakest goddamn excuse I've ever seen. Trump is wrong at times. Yes, he is. He says things that are wrong. Just because I like his policy does not mean I can't point out that sometimes he's wrong. Sometimes he goes overboard with the rhetoric. We get it. We all do. And you're supposed to call it out down the middle, not just because you like somebody. But they want to say because Trump is saying this about her, then she gets to say this about Trump and everybody else. No, y'all job ain't to hate Trump. You guys are running some horrible districts. You're taking money from your own constituents. You're taking taxpayers' money to give it to the illegals. And all you want to do is tell us your disdain for Trump. That's corny. People are tired of that. And Jasmine Crockett's behavior, I hope this don't put me out the, she like me category, because she thick. She fine. But that's about all. I don't like to see a woman having to feel like she has to play the strong role. The excuse is she got to stand up and defend herself as a black woman. No, where's her man at? Where's her black man? You know what I like to see? I like to see Carissa Shields go up there and smile and brag about how, not that Papoose is a violent man, but that Papoose was there when she felt like a man went past her boundaries. Now, this is a woman that thinks that she can beat a man, that probably can beat a few men, that can defend herself very well. But she had a man, a black man in Papoose, to put the paws on the dude to make sure you don't disrespect this woman like this again. So I ask, if you want men to take their roles back, then get you a man to do that defending you instead of you having to make yourself look masculine by cursing and shouting at a man. You should have a man to do that. And I know that makes some people skin crawl, but you know, I tell my daughters that don't you argue with no man, don't you ever swing at one. That's my job. You swinging at a man, that's no bueno. That does not help you. That does not help me. That does not help nobody in the situation. You go get a man for that. That ain't you copping out. That ain't you being a punk. That ain't you being less strong. That's you fighting fire with fire. But if that's the excuse that they want to make just because two wrongs, they say two wrongs don't make a right. I just don't like to see females having to curse and shout with a man. And that don't make her behavior any better. Call out both of them. Trump need to get his shit together sometime. He say crazy shit. Trump should have let out that Epstein list. There's several things that I can say because I'm not Trump deranged and I'm not a goddamn I'm not whipped that I like everything about anybody. I like the policy. I'm gonna be one of the guys that they wake up their eyes and have to deal with, and just from a policy standpoint, all this telling me that a person did this, you did something too. I'm always revert back to Andrew Gillum, used to talk about everybody's moral compass and character, and then he was on the floor naked, bucket naked in the nude, almost. Yeah, he had some still shots with some blurred out images with drugs, and allegedly a white boy was doing some freaking nasty stuff to him in the bathroom in Miami with a husband. I mean, with a wife, black wife, fine, kids, picture perfect family. Talk about everybody from a moral standpoint, and then he get caught butt naked on the floor. So I don't want to hear nobody's moral standpoint. The only thing I want to hear is your policy. Policy, please. I don't want to hear nothing else. We all some horny. We all some rotten, nasty, no good, fall from grace sinners, okay? We're just going to put that out there. We all have fallen from grace at a time or two. I done talked about people. You done talked about people. Yeah, I done cheated. I ain't even been married. So, yeah, but guess what, though? I'm trying. Yeah, this live. I'm just tired of the excuses. You can't, on that side, women is God. You can't say that a woman's behavior is bad and you're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to be the truth. You're supposed to be the light. But on that side, you can be called out. You can be called to correction, but you can't never be the one to call out. You can never take your rightful position back as a man, as a leader, as the one that guides his family. Then you just toxic. You need to sit down and shut up. We had congresswomen from the Democratic side saying that. So now Stephen A is just being made to heel. You cannot be a black male entertainer, black male rapper, black male anything and make it to an A-list and not be a Democratic boy. You can't. Name them all, your top black celebrities. Name every last one of them, and I guarantee you, if they made it to mainstream, you'll find a through line in them all. You better love Obama. That means you love your mama. You better love Oprah. You better love Beyonce. You better love Gail. And make your ass apologize. Call out no behavior. Just look at the color. This shit's sad. We've been brainwashed for so long and sitting up here worrying about what we gonna do, what we gonna do different. What you mean what you gonna do? Stop listening to bullshit people. That's what you need to do. Start using your own brain. Stop thinking it's crazy to be an individual. Stop doing every damn TikTok dance. It looks stupid. If somebody do a TikTok dance, you come up with your own so that you can rival that dance. Don't just do the same shit that everybody else is doing all the time. I'm tired of seeing it. All the little boys that play video games, they do the same dance, same little goofy ass dance. All these niggas gyrating their hips now, swinging their hair and shit. Nah, we had some niggas dancing weird back in my day too. Now. Yeah, DL Hughley, the angriest goddamn comedian in the world. All this nigga do now is look high as me, or he look kind of drunk. He look like he a drinker. I don't know. He look like he a drinker. But this bitch look like he just opened up a bottle of scotch and just get ready to argue with any motherfucker that want to talk. Well, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, I know that type. That's a drunken motherfucker that be on the corner arguing with everybody. Shit, it take one to know one. I done topped open that bottle plenty of times. So it take a drunken motherfucker to know one. I used to hit that liquor. So I think this nigga on that liquor. I ain't gonna lie. Every time I see DL face, it look like he's sleepy. And it be like, damn, it's like 11 o'clock ain't it? Nigga look sleepy than a mother. This nigga on that yak. This nigga on that tequila or something. What this nigga drink? That's why white people don't tell him take him serious. They just gonna get that nigga a drink. Everything about DL say beta. This nigga young as hell messing with an old lady, an older woman. And if all the things that Monique said about him was true, it's like, damn. But all these guys rolling, farting, he tell you, goddamn, everything you say is wrong. I can't be around a condescending son of a beep like that. If you ain't go to college and get 97 degrees, you better not even talk around DL. He one of those type of people that you're not worthy to be around. He's come from that thee, thou, thus, so, through, thou, they, black people that you never see their ass anywhere other than when they got a mic in front of them and the media is chasing them somewhere. Other than that, them niggas misfits, can't sit down and talk to nobody. Don't nobody want to hear you fat, short self talking like you some authority over somebody, nigga. Let us converse, talk back and forth. Your point ain't always right, nigga. You just over talking to everybody. Shut up sometime. Come up here with that girl tongue. Nigga, slow down a little bit, nigga. Natural pause. You could talk about 2025. This nigga gonna go all the way back to 1967 to make his point. You should just learn your history. Nigga, you should just stop driving looking in the fucking rear view. They need to put some common sense across from that dummy. I'll be like, look here, man. None of all them numbers you've been regurgitating for the last 13 years mean a hill of beans. You are voting for policies that are against your own people. Why don't we talk about that? Why don't we look at the results of the policies for the last 50, 60 years? And let's just talk about that. Let's not go back all the way to slavery and all this other bullshit. Let's have a policy conversation and let's look at the results of the policies that you keep voting for every year. Why don't we, for the next year, look at the sanctuary cities and look at what that policy has done to New York? Let's look at what that policy has done to Oakland. Let's look at what the policy of this sanctuary city shit, pay for everybody bill shit. Let's look at what it did. Salute, bro. I'm driving, so I'm listening. I'm just gonna put it on the screen. Salute. That's what we all should be doing. They got people caught up in who they like. Oh, I like the first lady. She's so black and elegant. I wouldn't give a mother truck if that mother was Arab orange. I hope that ain't disrespectful. I hope I wouldn't give a dang if that motherfucker was Indian and had a star or a dot in their forehead. As long as they have policies that will make sure people can live a life that their cars ain't got to get repossessed and they can't afford vacations. This is supposed to be the greatest country in the world, and after you pay for your car note and your goddamn on bill, you barely got $200 to buy groceries and gas, unless you done had 5 babies and you sitting on your ass, well, before Trump. But unless you had 5 babies and you was sitting on your ass, you can go into Whole Foods, you can go to the crab market. You could have went anywhere if you was a degenerate baby pusher. If you just pumped out babies and didn't give a dang about who you got pregnant by, boy, you could fill that card up. You could chill and live life, get a stipend for $2,500. Most people pay $2,500, pay their $1,300, $1,500 car note, pay their insurance, and they back broke waiting on their next paycheck. And this is supposed to be the American dream. What the fuck? Trump tried to give you a little bit of your money back. This your shit you working for. Instead of getting it to the illegals. And guess what these stupid, simple-minded mother truckers tell me? Oh, I don't like Trump. I wouldn't give a Jimmy the Cricket who you like. The man trying to give you your money back. Why don't you want your own money? What is wrong with you? Who got you caught up in liking somebody? I don't like Kamala. I don't like N words. I don't like B words. I don't like nobody. How about that? Since we can't cuss on YouTube like that. Every time I say the N word, they try to goddamn on say I did a hate speech. Yeah, I don't like nobody. I like Moneybag Yo say, nigga, how you want to go about it? Yeah, I don't like nobody. Just show me the policy. I don't like nobody. Yeah. Got everybody caught up in it's black, it's white. They gonna trick us all the way to it's a black woman. Yeah, it's a black Marxist sounding ass woman. What you gonna do? What you gonna do different? I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna do the same thing that Biden did. What? You know everybody broke, right? Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing Biden did. We're gonna make your ass broke too. Like what? So Stephen A is voting for a party that do nothing for you, that done got another party, that got another race of people to come over here so that they can have two underclass groups, which they're gonna put Mexicans above us because they're starting to, they not crazy. They want to be the police. They want to be judges. So you're gonna see a lot more Mexican police officers, and they're gonna be beating the bloody hickory stick out you Negroes. They gonna be beating the bloody hickory stick out of us Negroes. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Them Mexican boys, they don't like you like they think you do. But they gonna beat the hickory stick out some of you Negroes. I'm gonna tell you that now. They don't give a dang. When they go to jail, they directly closely work with them white boys. So they gonna beat the hickory stick out you Negroes. Cause I ain't gonna be out there tussling with them. I already know what their objectives is. They modus operandi. So if it get a little frisky with me, is hey man, we ain't got supervisor. Go ahead and take me to jail, man. Just get a car that's big enough. Yeah, I can't fit back in that little old shit. So just bring a truck. I don't know what's up with these goddamn police cars. Yeah, just bring a truck and you won't get no argument out of me. I ain't gotta lay on the ground for you to put me in the cuffs, do I? You can detain me right here. Stephen A. gotta apologize. He making mainstream advertisement dollars. You just talked about a black woman. They make a lot of black women think they're a monolith and that they all stick together and that they gotta cancel Stephen A. because it's one of their own that he's attacking. Not this one of their own could be eating children. Not to say this is what Jasmine Crockett is doing, but one of their own could be eating children, trafficking babies, and a lot of them wouldn't care because they just black. Same way how they used to be back in the day where you don't talk about pastor. Oh man, we so hypocritical. We'll tell you about God till the sun come up, boy. I'm talking about every day we'll talk about God. We'll praise his holy name. But then we find out pastor busting down 3-4 ladies in the front row. We still praise his holy name. But you better not talk about pastor. Yeah, you better not talk about pastor. Yeah, please don't. God gonna get you. Then they'll find scriptures to make sure the people that talk about pastor that they feel bad. Thou sayest not judge. You going to hell for judging. God backslid and so I'm supposed to enter back into the kingdom of heaven after my backslide. They'll come up with that cheating verbiage on your ass, boy. Ain't nothing like a pastor. Most of them ain't nothing but secondary pimps. They first-hand pimps, secondary pastors. That's all it is. They don't want to go to jail no more, so they went to the pulpit to get their women. Because that's all who up in the church house where anything goes. Yeah, anywhere they got man rules at, that's like that's like a daddy being home with a belt. Nobody, girls just want to have fun, hon. Yeah, so they don't want nothing with no goddamn seeming like no male authority at. So ain't no male authority in church no more. Not the majority of them. These niggas it's the anything gold churches for that 501c3. Everybody got a Bentley. You get a Bentley. You ride. These niggas got heaven on earth right now. I don't think they believe in no heaven, if you ask me. I don't think they believe in that. Look at where they're living right now. I do, but I don't think they do. Close the doors. Close the doors. Man, we got old boy, what's his name? Marvin Winans. I'm about to throw his CDs out my dang old car. Boy, he lucky he can sing so good. Hey, he just shamed the lady for giving $1,200 donations. Allegedly, I think I snapped. Allegedly, it's going around the news that he shamed a woman that had $1,200 instead of the $2,000 donation that they wanted. And allegedly, this woman was shamed. I can't believe this. Man, ain't nowhere in the hell you shame my wife and she just gave you $1,200. She ain't got no man. I would have reached in that goddamn plate. I would have said, excuse me, Lord. I would have took out $1,200 out that plate. And I would have went out with a dip. I would have took my wife to a nice dinner. I would have got her a massage. I would have let her see what that $1,200 could do for her. And then I would have said, look here, baby, this is what we're going to do. You obviously got the heart to give. We ain't got to give it to no church no more. This is what we're going to do. We're going to start a foundation, and we're going to give 10% of our money to our own foundation. And then we're going to get us a building, and we'll give out donations ourselves. We don't got to give our tithes through a church. We can give our 10% of tithes and offering our damn self. We give out bikes, scholarships, whatever your heart desire, baby. We can help women's group, men's group, whatever you want to do. We just ain't going to help the building fund. We're not going to help the sprinkler system when it's already immaculate. We're not going to help the building fund that never seemed to be done building. It's God's temple. How God's temple always got a never-ending building fund? Now I understand a maintenance fund. You get your AC on a maintenance plan, that ain't that much. I understand that. Now I donate to the churches when they small. When they up and coming, there's still some God in them churches. When they turn into that mega church, I think the devil all up in there tickling the pastor, tickling the ladies in the church. They just come in there for fashion and to look fine and meet a nigga that just want to amen with them. They got Christian Mingle. I said, Lord, I got on Christian Mingle. I ain't gonna hold you. I signed up for Christian Mingle. Yeah, some of y'all did too. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to hell. Let me get off this site. And it's a lot of them going to hell with me. Up there lying and fornicating on Christian Mingle. I don't think you should make no app like that. I was just looking and scrolling like, oh my God, Lord. Everything I was thinking, I was saying Lord, but it was like, ooh, Lord, oh my goodness, I'm up. So I had to say, you know what? I got to get off this app. He ain't through with me yet. Let's just say a 7-foot nigga on Christian Mingle was very welcome. And he loved the Lord. Boy. I had a teammate that used to do that. I ain't going to say his name. He ain't go to the club yet. When we was in LA, he went to the church all the time. I say, man, this nigga, the same way he got the girl, he'll break up with her. He'll get the girl through the Lord and have sex with her and break up with her through the Lord. Be like, you know what, I really wish we wouldn't have went that far. We should have did it. He'll break up with her and run the same game to somebody else on the other side of the church. I said, boy, this boy here. If there is a place in hell for somebody. No, they was willing participants. They had to hold it. God, dog. But yeah, man, let's get back to this weenie dog. I went on one of my little rants. You know how I do when I'm doing and I'm smoking this swagger.
If I've made somebody feel a certain kind of way.
Okay.
Translation, if he wants to keep his show, he's going to retract what he said and be a good Negro. or at least act like it. So he wants to keep his show. He makes a lot of money. They came at me like that. I said, kiss my ass, and I quit. But that was about the 15th or 16th time I quit. They came back, well, I'm through with you. I did 15 years. So that's what.
Man, I think it's something about that last name, Brown, boy. I'm trying to tell you. We them Brown boys. The Brown boys. We them Brown boys. Keep your money. I'm out. Yeah. F for your money. I'm out of here, Tony. I don't need any money. That was some of the NBA players should have said. These niggas stupid. Stephen A. Smith trying to make it sound like a black thing. That Negro got $26 million. Negro, you know the word I want to say. That Negro got $26 million. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Ain't nowhere in the world he should have been betting. I don't care nothing about no $200,000. Allegedly, he made $200,000, and you making $26 million. Man, they got to give you time for being dumb. That nigga got to at least do 2 days for being stupid. I ain't wishing jail on nobody. Put that nigga in a holding cell for a couple of hours at least. Shit, that nigga dumb. Turn the AC down on this nigga. Make it real cold. Make him sleep on the floor. Since he want to be real, let him sleep on the floor. Let him know how his life gonna go. And then let him out. Do what y'all do for everybody else. Let him out. Give him probation. Shit, this motherfucker that done shot at the police and he done got out. Bail, cashless bail. Do the NBA players just like you do them Spanish boys. Cashless bail. Let them walk through, take a picture. Don't take all these boys 40, 50 million. Why he got to put up $4 million? None of the illegals had to put up no goddamn money. If I was him, I'd say, look here, man. Don't we got cashless bail in this state? Yeah, tell them you're a Democrat. Walk right on through. That's a shame when the illegals get more power than the citizens. The goddamn illegal would have whooped somebody, R-worded somebody, they'll be right out. Fight the police officer, threaten the cop. They don't care. They don't care. Now we got some NBA players because they got money. They forgot all about that cashless bail shit. They said, you 4 million, you 5 million, you 6 million. If I was my lawyer, I'd have been like, look here, you ain't needed, bro. Yeah, no, you ain't needed. I know I got cashless bail. I'm black. That's only for the poor black people? Oh, okay. They don't care nothing about no rich blacks. If a cashless bail situation was needed, it's in this situation right here. These are all black people. And they all getting trapped by the system. This is racism. This ain't stupidism. This is racism. They all getting blocked by the system because they all black. And they ain't showing none of the Italian boys that messed up. How come they ain't showing all the Italians that messed up? How come? Why they only parading Chauncey Billups like he out there with see-through glasses on cars? Now, Chauncey Billups was a great point guard. He could pass the ball. He might see through. I don't think Chauncey Billups came up with glasses that could see through the car. Now, how come ain't nobody else being seen? That's all I want to know. But I do think these guys are stupid. Ain't no way in the world my
he turned out all that money. He would turn it down. I would, because it's about in some people just understanding of the value of principle.
Right.
So
Dang, B, it just kicked me out, bro. Dang. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear, brother? You good? Okay. Damn, I guess it's gonna go out right here. Let me just see if I can get the video back on.
Zoo
So I want to. So there were several people.
and all good of principle and integrity.
Right.
So I know what he probably thinks, and I think Jasmine Crockett is a handkerchief head house mammy from a plantation who is an embarrassment. She tries to act like she's hood. She went to, what was it, a $35,000 a year finishing school in a little private university here in Memphis, Rhodes College.
Yeah.
On North Parkway, right across from Overton Park and the Memphis City Zoo.
So so there were several people getting at Stephen A. Smith, right? With the black media, black boule, so-called gatekeepers. And Roland Martin calls him, and I do want to play Roland
Martin is a damn bought off another plantation Negro down deep in the blue.
Well, he is your frat brother.
I don't care. Sometimes mistakes are made, and he didn't get pledged hard. And when the frats were pledged hard, this guy didn't get over.
Right. Well,
by the way, they got pledged hard because it was a movement to fight American apartheid 100-some years ago, when the sheriff, if he caught you, would torture you. So the pledging was designed to be tough so you could ferret out the people, weed out the people who would yield to torture. It's like what they do in the military when you're in one of those SOCOM commands.
Well, he criticized Stephen A. Smith not being educated enough when it comes to politics and just exactly what politicians in Congress do. And I do want to play this clip of
Roland Martin's answer to everything is that you ain't educated enough. That's what he always say. You ain't nobody educated enough in Roland Martin's eyes. It's just God and him.
Him trying to lay out Jasmine Crockett's duties and all of the wonderful things that she's doing.
Let's get frank. She is a jackass appreciator and the whole butthole of an ass. So let's get into it. She's a sellout.
What is the point I'm making here? The point I'm making here is real simple, Stephen A. You literally don't know anything about Congress.
Neither do you.
You know nothing about how the House works.
Well,
you know about basketball, NFL, all sorts of stuff like that. You don't know anything about this. You've done no research, Stephen A. You've done no studying. You can't even get the most basic fact correct, which is how many people she represents in the 30th Congressional District. You can't even get that right. And so here's why you get criticized, because you pop off not knowing what you're talking about. And so you're trying to tell her how she needs to work with Trump when she
he's some type of authority and like he's over Stephen A. Yes, you need to reach across the aisle. You need to work with Stephen A. That's her job, is to work with not with Stephen A. Need to work with Trump. That is your job, to reach across the aisle and work with other people to get jobs done. Yes, that's what we want to see. That's what the constituents need. In order to get things done in America, you have to act like an American. Yeah, you fight left and right, you fight red and blue, but at the end of the day, you still American. That's what it's supposed to be.
She doesn't work with Trump. In fact, she doesn't even meet with Trump, Stephen A. Trump meets with Democratic congressional leaders. Who is that? House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. That's who deals with Trump. They deal with leadership. So if you're going to criticize...
Stop a second. You claim to have a political science degree. So do I. That is not how it works, because there's always been a give and take under the American system with anybody and everybody elected to either the House of Representatives or previously appointed, now elected to the U.S. Senate. That is one of the things, because
news on one daughter.
Man, you done kicked me out the thing again, G. I guess where I'm at, the AC, I mean, not the AC, damn, dude, calm down. I guess where I'm at, it's going to go out every time. So let me just end this joint, because rolling farting, I'm going to have to take some time and do this one, because where I'm at, it's going to keep going out. So let me end this one. I'll be back when I got some better Wi-Fi. So look, y'all, I'm up out of this thing. Gone.